Hello my spooky children, it's me Ghost Girl and I'm here with you guys for another video. So in today's video I'm just going to be continuing the story that I'm trying to tell. Basically in these videos I've been talking about an experience that happened with me and trying to educate you guys on magic and the spirit world at the same time. So the bit I got to last time I was talking about baneful magic and how there are certain evil people that are maybe not all right in the head that would use baneful magic to harm people just because they want to, not for a valid reason. And then there are other people that practice baneful magic but they practice it for legitimate reasons, either to stop someone from harming others or for like revenge or justice. But I was targeted by a group of baneful magic users that wanted to target me for the first reason. They were just doing it because they can and they found it entertaining and they got a laugh out of it, which isn't why you should be using baneful magic. But anyway, the Parasite Boy, which I've been talking about through this whole video series, and I recommend that you guys watch this video from the start. If you go into my Parasite series and click on the first one and then just watch some more, it should be a playlist, you'll understand what's going on here, and I recommend you do that before you carry on with this video. But in this video I'm going to be talking more about my experience with Parasite Boy and applying my makeup. I'm going to be starting this makeup look with the YSL concealer because I do makeup on this channel, and it wouldn't be quite like me recently in this channel to be talking about my events and not be applying a little bit of makeup. So basically this Parasite Boy that I've been mentioning in previous videos, after he left school he joined this group of baneful magic users, and they were just going around cursing and hexing people for the banter of it, which is something you shouldn't do. And I've mentioned the reasons to this in my previous video, so if you want to be educated on hexes and curses, then I recommend that you watch my previous video. So basically he joined this group, and this group worship this evil spirit which they think is I don't even know what they think it is, but they worship this evil spirit anyway, and they think that they're doing all this in this evil spirit's name, and that this evil spirit is asking them to do these things, but actually it's just all drugs. Yeah, they take a lot of drugs. I kind of mentioned in previous videos how in the spiritual community a lot of new agers take like hallucinogenics, and it makes them hallucinate things, and they think they're having these spiritual experiences, and it's actually not. It's just something, it's like a drug induced hallucination. That's what's happening with these guys, but they're not New Agers, they're just part of some group that likes to harass people with magic. And then Parasite Boy, basically, he's read like a couple of magical books at this point, and now he thinks he's King Solomon. But King Solomon was a very wise man and very powerful. And even in the end, the spirits that King Solomon mucked about with, they eventually got him, and he had to face their wrath and went into ruin. So if King Solomon got defeated after mucking around with these spirits, you're gonna get defeated too. Because guess what? He's not King Solomon. He's nowhere near it. He's just a guy that's read a couple of books, tried a couple of spells, and then it's all went to his head. And it's probably a combination of the guy having a big massive ego, trying a few spells, having them working, and then probably the drugs as well, and just the fact that he's an evil parasite. Combination of all of these, I think the guy developed a bit of a god complex. Then he basically joined this kind of cult, and I think basically all these people that were in this group had the same or similar issues, and apparently they're all into the drugs, so yeah, I'm not even surprised. And that's how it started, and he started causing a lot of trouble in the local neighbourhood, and his mum found out. Because he was 16 at the time, he was still considered a minor, and he was still under his mum's care. So his mum got involved and decided that she wanted away from all this, and the two of them went and moved to the Highlands, and then that's where they were living for years. And then years later, when he was an adult and finished his college and university studies, I don't know what happened. There must have been some trouble or something that happened there, because the last I heard, he actually had a girlfriend and had quite a good job, and had kind of settled down and was away from all they lot. But apparently it didn't work out with the girlfriend, and then he lost his job, and then God knows what trouble he's started when he's been living in the Highlands, because he always was a troublemaker. And clearly, by the way he's acted recently, not much has changed. But in my experience, a lot of the people that were horrible to me at school haven't changed very much, and chances are some of them probably never will, but that's life. And then I've met some people that were horrible at me in school that have changed a lot and are nothing like what they are at school. But 9 times out of 10, people that are horrible as teens just get even more horrible when they're adults. It's sad, but it's just reality, I'm afraid. So anyway, it didn't work out for him in the Highlands, so then he came back to our town. I'd say he's been here about a year to 8 months now. So he moved back to our local town and got a job in one of the local cafes. And don't get me wrong, it's a nice cafe that he works in. Like, I used to eat there a lot when I was a student at the local college, but I stopped going because I went to study. I got my college diploma, then I went and got a degree, lived in Edinburgh for a while, and then moved back, and then just doing what I'm doing now, making content, working various jobs, trying to start my own business, just living life, and I wasn't, to be fair though to myself, I wasn't diabetic when I was studying my college course. I only recently got diagnosed about 5 or so years ago, so I was just eating like whatever I wanted, and then I got diagnosed with type 1, which is like an autoimmune disease. So basically what happens is your pancreas just stops working. They don't really know what causes it. There is some theories to it, but they don't know like for sure like what causes it. But it can be inherited, type 1, and my granny had it, so my doctor thinks that I've inherited it from my granny. But yeah, so there's a lot of places that I just choose not to eat now because the menus are no the healthiest, and with type 1 you can eat what you want as long as you take an injection, but it's a lot of hassle, to be fair, going into cafes and having to go into toilets and taking injections just to eat a sandwich. So I usually don't bother. I just eat salads mostly because I want to be healthier, and it's just a load of hassle going into a cafe, taking an injection just to eat a blooming panini. It's not worth it. Maybe people that have been diabetic all their lives won't see it that way, but because I was diagnosed in adulthood, I'm just like, I can't bother with this. Not worth it. So I just cut out the carbs. Also, I was severely overweight when I was in college, and I wanted to lose weight. So I went on like a crazy diet and started exercising a lot. I still eat really healthy and I still do exercise a lot, just to kind of keep my shape. And yeah, that's kind of one of the many reasons why I don't eat at that cafe anymore. It's not because it's a bad cafe, the food's still apparently really good. It's just because I decided to make some lifestyle changes, and so I don't really eat. There's a lot of places in my local town that I don't really eat in anymore that I used to eat in that are good and are still good, and I would recommend. It's just because of the lifestyle that I lead, I just don't eat in them anymore. But yeah, just as well, because he got a job in that cafe that I used to go into. I remember going into this cafe, and there was this big giant world map, and I was studying tourism, and one of the ways that I actually passed one of my exams, because one of the exams was a world map, and we had to label all the countries of the world on this map, and one of the ways I actually studied from this exam was to sit in this cafe and look at the world map that was on the wall. Quite old fashioned, but it was quite a nice eye-catching map. But anyway, that is my foundation applied. I never showed you it, did I? So this is the foundation that I'm wearing. It's the Clinique foundation. And now that the foundation has been applied, I'm gonna stop telling you the story, the now, and then I'll carry on with the story again in my next video. So now that the foundation has been applied, I'm going to be applying this blusher here by Love and Kisses by Technique. It's not got a shade name. I literally got it out of an advent calendar. So now that the blusher has been applied, I'm going to be applying the Revolution translucent powder. Now that the translucent powder has been applied, I'm going to be using a shade from the Revolution Grey colour book, and the shade I'm going to be using is this grey shade here. So now that the eye makeup has been applied, I'm going to be applying the NYX On The Rise Volume Uplifting Mascara. So now that the mascara has been applied, I'm going to be applying the Revolution Dream Lip Gloss from the Revolution Butterfly Collection. Been applied. That is the end of my makeup look. I hope you have all enjoyed this video today, my spooky children. If you did, then please like this video, comment down below, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when my next video comes out. Also, don't forget to follow me on my socials. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Patreon. And if you could follow me on Twitter and become a Patreon of mine, I'd be very grateful for that. Also, on my Patreon, I do tarot card readings. Higher tiers get early access to content 7 to 10 days before the content is then released to the lower tiers. Also, I do private psychic readings that are a mixture of tarot, child messages from spirit, and scrying. If you are interested in a private readings are £30, and you can email me for a private reading. My email is linked in the description down below. That is everything from me today, my spooky children. I hope you have enjoyed this video today, and goodbye.